Family and friends, we're blessed again to be back for another one. I'm your host, TJ the Conservative Hustler. We're going a little different route today, man. We got family in here, you know? Yeah, we got family in here today. And we're doing a little merch presentation. You know, this is brought to you by the Waterbead Boys of Newcastle. You understand? Christmas is coming. Get your kids right. I got you. Even if, I know you pretending like you mad at me over, political views and how I talk to y'all on the internet. So if you don't want nobody seeing you, getting at us, just send me a message and I'll look out for you. The kids is going nuts. You know what I mean? Show them yours, cuz. Oh, yeah. Kids going nuts. Big boy shit. Big boy shit. Drones on them and everything. So I know y'all mad. So you can just send me a message. And I got you. You know what I mean? We about to see what the hell going on. We live, man. What's good? Yeah, talk that now. I guess y'all don't want police around. So let's see about this right here.
Thanks, Riley. New at 11, we have new details in the case of an Augusta couple charged for the second time in 2 years after the suspicious death of their second child.
They were charged back in 2021 after their 1-year-old died. They were facing murder charges and cruelty to children in the first degree. Authorities said the couple repeatedly turned off the premature baby's ventilator against medical advice. The coroner also reported signs of neglect. So how were they able to have a second child in their care? Our I-team has been combing through documents we got in an open records request tonight from the district attorney about that case. All of those charges were dismissed 21 days ago. The court documents say, although there appears to be probable cause for the issuance of the warrant, there does not appear to be sufficient evidence to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. And with that, felony murder and cruelty to children in the first degree disappeared from both parents' record. Stamped and approved just 18 days before their 6-month-old would take his last breath last night.
And tonight, once again, those same parents are now facing cruelty to children, this time in the second degree, after the coroner says they found the baby unresponsive, left unattended for 2 hours on a recliner to sleep in what he describes as extreme living conditions, including roaches, drugs, broken furniture, and dangerous instruments.
See what I'm saying? So we're going to start addressing the real problems in the community around here. That's what we're going to start doing. Y'all crazy as hell. And for a man to sit up there, up under a woman, while she beating kids and shit. That's the craziest shit I ever heard of.
Will remain radioactive for years to come. Well, thank goodness it's time for the good news of the week.
And boy, do we need it. Well, this safe driver saved money with the Snapshot app from Progressive. How do you feel?
Good.
He's better than good. He got rewarded for driving safe and driving less.
Sorry, Barb, just to confirm, this is the feel-good news of the week?
This is what we found.
Progressive with the long ass 30-second commercial.
Caught on camera tonight, a jugging crime in broad daylight right in the middle of a neighborhood.
The victim, a 59-year-old woman, was unloading groceries from her car when she was attacked. ABC 13 reporter Shelley Childers is live with the story you'll only see on 13. Shelley.
Eric and Gina, when we talk about jugging attacks, it's often victims that walk out of the bank.
Jugging? You mean making a jug? Robbing? What the hell?
Carrying an obvious money bag or that white envelope filled with cash, but in this case, the victim drove through the ATM and still she was targeted. An aggressive and violent purse snatching caught on camera.
You don't want police around for that? What about you? Your aunt, your mom, sister, your daughter?
Yeah, that drag was kind of hard. I mean, just on the takedown to the ground, you know, that shows, you know, that's not acting, that's not planned, that's just straight, you know,
just a damn animal.
Attack. You know, he come up, like walk beside her and
Yo, no, he stalked her. He stalked her from when she left the bank.
right, slams her on the ground, fam.
And they don't want police around.
Watch as the suspect parks in the middle of the street, then waits before running out of his car. He dragged a 59-year-old victim to the
59 years old.
ground, leaving these bruises on her hands and arms.
Her initial reaction was to, you know, fight the perpetrator and try to hold on to that bag.
Ask her child if he wanted police around to help.
Her son says inside her bag about $1,000 in cash. He tells us she had just gone through this ATM at First Service Credit Union off Clearwood Drive in the Gulf Freeway.
It seems like he might have followed her from the bank directly.
A jugging crime Monday afternoon in the middle of a neighborhood.
It's really disappointing, really scary.
The victim used the drive-thru where today we noticed a security guard patrolling on foot. She was hospitalized overnight for her injuries, but is home recovering. The cash meant to help pay some bills, now gone. While this family is thankful the attack wasn't worse, they want this suspect found and charged.
I just feel like we need to bring justice to this individual, especially.
I mean, yeah, follow her from the bank. Watch her, she's getting out, unloading the groceries out your car, just thinking about, you know, your day, what you about to go cook. You just unloading, and out of nowhere, the animal thug comes snatch your bag, drag you across the front yard, rob you for your bill money. There you go.
Just for all the pain and suffering, which I'm noticing is the biggest thing that she's going through.
Houston police are searching for the suspect. If you recognize the car or know anything about this jugging crime, please call police.
Yeah. I'll call tomorrow morning. Fuck out of here. Damn. Yeah. Your mom just finna come home, get right, cook. You get the phone call like, hey, you gotta come outside. The animal thug just threw your mama down there.
Roaches in the kitchen, rats in the hall, bedbugs in the bedroom, and the fleas on your dog. Spiders in the corner, termites in the wall, ants in your yard, give Mountain Deer a call.
We're learning more about the mother charged after finding her 2-year-old son, Justice Hyman, unresponsive in a pool Sunday at a family friend's house. He died at the hospital last night. Their family says it was a tragic accident, but authorities charged Dominic Murray with second-degree child cruelty, a felony.
Now we're looking into how these charges came about, and we're learning more about the type of mother Murray is. Alyssa Lyons spoke to a defense attorney today and Murray's mother. She's live in the studio with that.
Yeah, if convicted, Murray faces between 1 and 10 years behind bars, all for something the incident report calls accidental.
And I was like, no. My baby.
Her grandbaby gone, her daughter behind bars.
A good young lady, somebody who's not of the streets and not in the streets. She take care of her kids. She take care of her home.
Dominique wasn't even allowed to say goodbye to 2-year-old Justice. She was in jail when he died last night at the hospital.
They could have brought her up there with her chains covered up. Justice needed to see and hear his mother's voice. and they deprived her from that. They took that away from her.
We called the jail to ask why that didn't happen.
I heard that she was not allowed to be released to see her son pass. Is there a reason why that happened as well?
Jail staff told us they have to get approval. If it doesn't get approval through the ranks, they cannot attend. We reached out to the sheriff's office to ask who grants that approval. The sheriff's office said they will not be making any statements due to it being an active investigation. Family tells us the baby's doctor requested the mother be able to come to the hospital since his time was limited, but he died before that ever happened. Now Murray faces child cruelty in the second degree, but those charges could change now that the child has died.
It could definitely be upgraded in a case of this nature. It's really going to have to do with prosecutorial discretion. Anytime you have a death and a child is involved because of some type of a felony, like cruelty to children in the second, well then the charge could either be felony murder or murder in the second degree, which is a death that occurs as a result of cruelty to children.
It's in the prosecutor's hands.
There's always the
So the baby died in a friend of hers' pool, and she's locked up. If it's an accident, why would she be locked up with a cruelty to a child charge? I'm thinking they probably was in there smoking and getting fucked up, not paying attention, and the kids crept outside and the baby drowned. That's sad as hell.
opportunity of
Probably let them under 15, once your kids have led your younger child to one of those playgrounds at your permission.
No, they was at a friend's house, so they could have just been, they weren't at a playground there. They could have just been, following other kids. And, or he was like 2, or he could have been quiet enough and just sneaky enough. He snuck out, unfortunately, while they in the house turning up. But you can't really explain to them like, oh yeah, we just in the house, you know what I'm saying, drinking Casamigos and smoking blunts and not watching the kids.
for negotiations. Once the investigation is conducted and a prosecutor gets to look at the case, it really is going to be depending on how negligent the actions were. There's a big difference in a child wandering away for 2 minutes and falling in a pool and a child that has been left unsupervised, unattended for an hour.
As for the family, they say,
You can always do the right thing.
Damn. That's sad. That's sad.
It brings a whole different meaning to parenting. Y'all are at the crib.
Yeah, you gotta keep an eye on the babies, man. The babies creep outside.
It's like a 2-year-old is just not like hop and skip out the door kind of kids. It's just like, yo,
Look at this guy.
your permission. It's like, I want a child.
Look at this guy. Like if I hit myself, and I'm not, what'd you call this guy? Maplewood man charged with 2nd-degree murder and 17-month-old. Huh? Let's see what's going on with this. Commercial.
When you find a new place like
Well, we are learning new information tonight about a gut-wrenching situation in Maplewood. Police say a baby girl who was only a year and a half old was brutally murdered. Her mom's boyfriend now arrested and charged in her death. Danny Spiewak shares what we're hearing from advocates tonight. Danny?
Well, Julie, court records show that this suspect had a lengthy criminal history dating back all the way to juvenile convictions in 2009 and 2012 for threats of violence and illegal gun possession. Now, Terrence Leslie faces a 2nd-degree murder charge in a case that has shaken not only a neighborhood, but even the investigators themselves.
Maplewood police rushed to the Sherwood Glen apartments Tuesday night.
A little scary. I was up all night listening to sounds and wondering why the lights are kicking on.
Neighbors like Travis Wilkinson have now learned that the case involved the killing of a 17-month-old girl.
Oh, God, touch them.
You hear that?
According to police, the girl's mom first called 911 around 7:30 p.m. Tuesday, reporting severe burns on her daughter after she'd left her with her boyfriend. The girl later died at the hospital from multiple traumatic injuries due to assault.
I've never investigated a crime more disturbing or more heinous than this murder.
Lieutenant Joe Steiner says the boyfriend, 26-year-old Terrence Leslie, told investigators the girl fell accidentally into hot water in the bathtub, but police...
That's the old school. That's the shit we used to hear. You know, we used to watch the TV back in the day. They fell into the damn water. This animal, you see? Now he's walking to the store every day, getting blunts, getting beer, living life, and he's doing this inside his house.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
And I hate myself.
Water's gonna get but some hot before you add lukewarm water or cold water. Before you get in, it's like, even if you prepare a bath or somewhere, it's like, in a mental state, I can't tell you, but you know, up in natural, it's like, nah, you gonna fix some good water for peeps, you know what I'm saying?
Amazing. Just because it's hot.
Police don't believe that story. According to a criminal complaint, an ER doctor noticed signs of ongoing physical abuse, and police uncovered video from Leslie's cell phone documenting abuse against his girlfriend's daughter.
We believe that he videotaped some of the assaults.
Not only an animal thug, he's a sick, twisted animal thug.
His profile footage.
I recording him abusing a baby. And I hate myself.
No features. It's like all-star roles by him. It's just
On purpose.
Neighbors told us they'd heard commotion in the apartment before.
What should somebody do if they suspect that might be going on?
If you are concerned about the safety of a child, then I think you need to reach out to professionals.
Ann Gaish is the CEO at FamilyWise, which works to prevent child abuse. She says you can always request a police welfare check or call 211 or the National Abuse Hotline.
I think sometimes it's about what do you do in between the crisis? What do you do if there's a family in crisis? How do you reach out to those community supports and share those resources?
Maplewood police said today they've had one previous contact with Terrence Leslie and the girl's mother. While they initially brought the mom in, she has been released. Police say there is no evidence that she had anything to do with her daughter's death, and they believe she too is a victim of domestic violence. Julie.
These people crazy as hell. I mean, you call the police on their ass. That's what you do. What the fuck? I mean, you the neighbor. You hear the baby crying over and over and over again all damn day, all night.
So he's just not.
You know they weird as hell.
Push it at one time. He had probably been burning, like,
You know, push the baby in the damn, push the baby in the tub of hot water.
Yeah. He had or either had some type of mental breakdown to where it's like, his episodes came a little too Dr. Seuss to be.
It's just animal.
On the average.
It's animal.
You just and pull the baby out from the water or something. But if you have the whole thing and you just...
Lulu's Diary.
Humans have created many amazing things. Public restrooms,
they assault women and push babies in scalding hot water. And I'm the animal dog. I'm the Uncle Tom.
Tonight, the Tulsa County Sheriff's Office says a man is in jail and a woman is recovering after she was kidnapped, beat, and held against her will in Bixby. Deputies arrested 33-year-old Corey.
Look at that. Looking like Beavis beating on women and shit.
Bain Holloway, you see here. He's accused of attacking the woman at his home near 181st Street South and 129th East Avenue. Deputies say Holloway beat the victim with belts, cords, speaker wire, and his hands.
You like that?
Our deputies showed up to the Bixby Police Department to speak with our victim in this case, and clearly she had just
lacerations, scratches, bruises all over her body. She had abrasion on her neck, her arms, her legs, her back. It was very clear.
Yeah. Lashes on her neck, her back, her face, or this and that. So you don't want police around. You want a counselor with a pen and paper and a notepad to come check on you. That's where we at now, cuz they want a social worker to come to your house, check on your mama. No, y'all can say that.
That she had been through something really horrific.
Deputies say after several hours of being held captive, the woman was able to escape the house and run to a neighbor's house for help. The sheriff's office says Holloway is facing domestic assault and kidnapping charges. He's being held without bond.
Good. Finally. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Yeah, I try to tell you, man.
I mean, belts
People
is
crazy,
like
man.
saying no. You know, you can imagine someone hitting you with belts like no.
No.
Like Keith,
No, we want wires.
But you having speaker, wire, antennas, all that.
Yeah.
You meaning to hit more than skin. You trying to grow some bone. You trying to, you know what I'm saying?
You're abusing.
Some depth. So, yeah, he needed some time to see.
But they don't want. But they want their mama to sit up in the house with somebody doing it.
Yeah, that was a total danger.
And then city's so tough they can fight them and they can get out of that, just like she did after a couple years of ass cuttings. So there you go. You get what you vote for.
It's like a brand new home without the moving. Countertop Solutions.
Make your dream kitchen or bath a reality. Call today for a free consultation.
Countertop Solutions.
Thank you, Cal. A Tulsa man in jail accused of beating his pregnant ex-girlfriend, threatening to kill her, and slapping her 3-year-old daughter.
Records show the suspect, Delon.
What?
Sports teach the value of hard work. Sports teach determination and commitment. First Party Bank supports high school sports in Green Country because we believe investing in our youth is an investment in the future of our community. Congratulations to First Party Athlete of the Week from First Priority Bank.
Thank you, Cal. A Tulsa man in jail accused of beating his pregnant ex-girlfriend, threatening to kill her, and slapping her 3-year-old daughter.
So who do you want to come handle that? You gonna get up out your office and come handle that, Mr. Beta Mill? I ain't think so.
Records show the suspect, Delon Taylor, is currently on probation for 2 separate shootings. News on 6's Reagan Ledbetter is live with more.
Out on bond for 2 separate shootings. Class, when you let an animal thug out on bond, what is he gonna do again? More violent crime. Duh.
On Delon Taylor's recent criminal history.
Good morning, Dave and Liam. Well, records show Taylor was convicted in 2020 of those 2 different shootings, and in both cases was given 13 years in prison, with all of it suspended except for 1 year, meaning Taylor has been out on probation.
You hear that? 13 years. Shooting and all kind of crazy crap. Suspended down to 1 year to probation. He's running around doing the most ungrateful son, man. Don't want to come do nothing productive. You want to shoot shit up, beat up women, and slap a 3-year-old baby.
For more than a year now. Now, records show Taylor pleaded guilty to both
Look at this animal.
of those shootings and was given 10 years in prison originally. But after a judicial review in 2021, his sentences were suspended. Police say this year, the victim told investigators that in June, Taylor pointed a gun at her, threatened to kill her, her child, and her grandmother. They say the victim didn't call police until June 8th, when she told officers her ex-boyfriend had been sending her threatening text messages. Now in July, police say Taylor attacked the victim at a hotel 2 separate times by slapping her, punching her in the head and face, and putting her in a chokehold. Police said the victim did suffer a miscarriage on July 29th. Police say right now they're not sure if
You heard it.
that was caused by the assault or a medical condition unrelated to Taylor. Now, Taylor is being held here at the Tulsa County Jail without bond. Live in
Good. You like that? How about that one? Put your pregnant daughter in the headlock, and there's a miscarriage. How about that? See what I'm saying? I guess the systemic ills of racism and white supremacy made him do that. That's what made him do that, that's what made him do that. I forgot. He couldn't get a job because of racism, and he was so angry. Yeah. He lashed out, and he slapped the, and it made him slap, his pregnant baby mama.
Oh yeah, the additions. Then he added
And a 3-year-old baby.
He added some features into his boy. He could have just took. He was mad. Could have went down there and sat overnight. Had his mind right in the morning, on some drunk stuff. Like, I over drunk.
No.
I need to sit down for the night. He could have went in there. And sat
No,
down.
I want to prove that. That I'm top notch animal thug.
He the top notch animal thug. He
Yeah.
on parole and get the smack down
Yeah.
with his lady friend.
Last one for the road.
Broken after 14-year-old Bob.
Run this one back. 'Cause I don't think you seen this one. These youngins, man.
Family is heartbroken after 14-year-old Bobby Wright was killed Monday morning.
He loved his family. He was being a father figure to our baby brother, and our baby brother ain't got that no more.
The smart young man who loved to dance, his sister says, was shot outside of a home in the 2900 block of West 11th Avenue, according to police. His 16-year-old friend was shot and killed there, too.
Y'all did that to a baby? I'm wearing his hoodie, and all I smell is my baby brother, and I can't even see him.
I'm in disbelief because, you can live life knowing you did something to somebody, but you still on this earth. And no one knows the real story of how it happened, how it began, how it started, how it ended.
This shooting, the latest in a string of violence here in Gary in just 24 hours. On Sunday, police say a 50-year-old woman, April King, was shot and killed in the 2600 block of Jackson Street. Later that evening, a 37-year-old man, Arlandis Jackson, was shot and killed in the 900 block of William Street.
By who? All these killings. Can you please give us a description in the community so we'll know who to look out for? Who's doing it? They never tell you who's doing it. You know who the hell doing it.
Kevin Wood says he saw a group of people outside on William.
What people, cuz? Who? Italians? Mexicans? Made in from Zimbabwe. Who the hell is it?
Yeah, we're gonna see his report. It's like,
damn.
Street, working on a car at the time when gunfire rang out.
Well, I had the kids out playing, and when we got through, we went in the house and heard some gunshots, and I didn't come back out. I wasn't coming out here in no gunfire, bullets.
I ain't mad at that.
Don't have a name.
The mayor vowing to make public safety his top priority and continue working on youth initiatives to deter this crime.
These incidents that we just spoke about are not gang-related. They're not drug-related, and they're not random. We believe that all the
No, the animal thug related.
individuals were targeted by a specific person. It just so happened that it happened within a short period of time, and we're working toward it.
Now, no arrests have been made in any of these cases, but they are working on some leads, police say. As we learn more information, we'll, of course, keep you updated.
Oh, my goodness. You see? See what I'm saying? Just giving y'all a little test run, man. See what's going on, man. So let me get something straight. Man put a pregnant lady in a chokehold, have a miscarriage. Another animal thug brutally assaults and then murder a 17-month-old baby. And I'm the Uncle Tom Coon sellout for calling that out. What the hell are they?